What's up, everyone? Andre here, along with Nick, aka Steph Tendo, aka someone who's really excited for the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct, right?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I have my banana actually ready to eat
Oh my god.
for the direct.
Oh my god. You're bringing the hype, Nick. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. It's 15 minutes long. It starts in just under an hour, 53 minutes from now. And I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful that this is really going to show us, what this game fully is about, because I need to be resold after playing it, but I think I'm optimistic they're going to pull it off. So Nick, yeah, what's your big hope here today? Like, what's your main thing that you're hoping they show off here?
I really want there to be that hook, right? Like in our predictions, like we talked about like
Like a
when they first
Captain
put up.
Hook, like a
I mean,
pirate, like King K. Rool.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, I hope there's like something that just brings us in. I hope K Rool's here, obviously, right? Like I love K Rool, but I mean, like when we first saw the Mario Odyssey trailer, there was no use of Cappy, right? So it was just like, oh, a 3D Mario game. This looks awesome. And then the E3 trailer that year is like, oh, we can see like the big hook here. Like you play as Cappy and you get to control all these different enemies and just roam around the world. So again, like they showed so much already that and I didn't get to play it in person yet, so I'm still somewhat like sold on the game because I'm just excited to play a new Donkey Kong game. But I hope this direct really says like, hey, this is the thing, this is the reason you're playing it. It's not just because you're just beating into the ground, destroying the environment. Like there is something more here than that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, that's my hope as well. Like, some big type of gameplay twist thing that we don't fully understand, or maybe a greater contextualization of what exactly we are doing in the game. Whatever it is, I mean, I think Odd Rock may be the key to that all, right? Like that may be that they may go deeper into what the heck Odd Rock's all about, what their role is. If it ties into that mysterious character that I'm not mentioning right now, even though everyone probably already knows what I'm talking about, that was leaked in the box art, and I'll probably mention later anyway. But anyways, we'll see. I would love to see that connection. But also, like one of the big things for me, in terms of like yeah, key moments I hope for, as you already touched on too, is like if we see the Kremlings there, King K. Rool and the Kremlings. I wasn't quite feeling it during our predictions, even though I know they are referenced in the game right now, or seemingly referenced by Cranky Kong. But it's also just hard for me to imagine them coming back in any form, just given how long they've been neglected for, right? It's so sad that they keep ignoring them, except for Smash Brothers, and if they actually come back, that'd be kind of amazing. But I don't know. But yeah, it is really the gameplay is the most important thing, and just seeing what how exactly everything is working here. Like is there more to mindless digging than just mindless digging? That's what I want to see. But is there anything else, Nick? Or
No, like I really hope like going back to your Kremlings point, right? Like Nintendo has relegated them to like Smash and then like Mario Baseball, right? Like that's
yeah,
just about it. So it's just
and
weird.
it's been what, almost 20 years since the last Mario Baseball 2 at this
Yeah,
point.
right. I think Mario Baseball and Wii came out with like '07, '08, so it's been almost 20 years. I feel like
Was that
I feel
was
like it's is it or did it come out later on the Wii?
No,
It's
I
pretty
think it goes
darn
around
old now.
there. My question is, was it before or after freaking DK Bongo
Oh,
Racing or whatever the heck
oh my
that
God.
was?
I totally forgot that was in the mix because yeah, we got a lot of DK games on the Wii, right? Like there was Country Returns or whatever. There
Right.
was, I guess, Mario Baseball that had them in there. The barrel game on the Wii that used the motion controls. I've never played it, but I only heard bad things about it. But my hope is for K. Rool and the Kremlings. I hope like you find them underground somewhere and they're all like disheveled and they need
Actually,
help or something. Like it's just like it's the way Nintendo has been treating them. I hope they just appear like that. And then K. Rool's like, "Hey, I need help, Donkey Kong. Can you bring us like back up?" And he's like, "Why would I help you?"
that would be kind of amazing. Like they could do something definitely new with the Kremlings beyond what they had before, just being kind of like you know uh just kind of standard villains, right? I mean, they weren't not standard in the sense that their awesome look and characterization, but more standard in that they never really played a huge role in the game outside of like the opening and not even often not even the opening. It really is just like the main enemies in the ending when you encounter King K. Rool. Otherwise, you almost never saw them. So it'd be fun if they actually had a larger presence in a story. Maybe yeah, maybe actually I will say I'm warming up to them like working with you or something, or you have any collaborate, or them being serving some kind of adjacent role to the villain, to being the villains, or even I'm still finding they're like the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They could almost pull. I'm not referencing this as a good thing, but it wasn't like great in the game that they pulled it off. But I'll allow it for King K. Rool, and that's of like if he's like a secret villain at the end, right? Like kind of like Star Fox Adventures, where you think you're fighting that reptilian guy the entire time, and it's like, oh no, it's actually Andros. Now that game it was stupid, but if King K. Rool's there instead of Andros, no one cares about Andros. If it's King K. Rool though, hey, we're all there for it, so that'd be amazing. So
yeah, I think it's like general scales, and then it's like, oh, he's gone, and then like you said, Andros is the one pulling all the strings, and that's the only time you see him in the entire game.
Yeah, we wanted to. Cool. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, it would be cool if like the Kremlins, maybe they're for like those 2D sections or like the throwback levels, like because we did see a small clip of that in the first Direct trailer. But yeah, maybe they're used for that or something. But yeah, we still haven't seen them here at all. So who knows what's going to happen? That's
an interesting point. But we have no idea how those 2D segments are fitting in. We've only seen the one. So are they actually a notable part of the game? Is it just a one-off thing? Are there more stages like that? I mean, the one stage we have seen is a jungle, which is DK's typical environment. So that could be related to the King K. Rool segments. I mean, what if oh my god, what if they're like flashbacks or something? You're playing like DK's memories, and like this is how you encounter like King K. Rool in the past or whatever, and what if it's like almost like a pseudo remake of like elements from the actual DKC games or something? Wouldn't that be wild?
I would love that, because if it's like a flashback or something, maybe Donkey Kong's memory isn't too like fond or isn't there for like the flashback. So like every time you see K. Rool or the Kremlins, they look different every time.
That'd be crazy.
Like K. Rool's like tall and like skinny, and then maybe K. Rool's like super small in like another scene or something like that. Donkey Kong's like, wait a minute, I remember this guy, but like I haven't seen him in such a long time. I don't know what he looks like anymore.
Well, especially with his constant costume changes in every game, which they could bring here too. Have him like be in all 3 costume forms. And with how many costumes there were in Mario Odyssey, King K. Rool kind of fits in perfectly with that, right? So
I hope that's not the only throwback that we get for K. Rool. I hope it's not like Donkey Kong wearing a cape and has the crown, and then that's it. Like, they're not going to say anything else about K. Rool. It'd be cool to have that as an option, but I really hope he's here.
It would be. Christian says Andros got his brain exploded on Star Fox 64 and survived just to have the same boss fight at the end of Star Fox Adventure. Yeah, right. We literally attacked his brain. Yeah. Like, it doesn't get any more definitive than that. Like, that is his entire being. We destroyed it. We blew it up. Fox's dad came back from the dead to help Fox out with this. He is so far beyond being dead that him coming back in Adventures was so incredibly dumb. And did he come back? And I'm sure he came back in the other games too. Was he back in Assault? I can't remember.
No, Assault was ran by his nephew.
Oh, okay, Andrew
Oinkity, who's at the very beginning, the first level. Which I love that fight because he's like so weak compared to Andros. Like, he's trying to live up to Andros, but you destroy him in like a second or two. It's the first boss fight. But it's like the Aperoid Queen. That's the main boss in that one. And then Star Fox Command, I don't think there's any mention of Andros really.
So was Adventures his last time appearing? Maybe it was.
Yeah, so I guess, well, if you want to go back, like Star Fox Zero, they brought him back because it's
that's right. Yeah, of course, there's a reboot. Yeah.
And then that version, he's like a polygon almost. He's like silver and shiny. He reminds me of like Polygon Man from PlayStation, if that's the guy's name, like the PlayStation mascot. If you remember that, like the Polygon Man from PlayStation's all purple.
Wasn't that Blasto? Are you thinking of Blasto or someone else?
No, he's in like the first time.
Oh, the face! I know who you mean. Yeah,
it was like in PlayStation All Stars. He's like the final boss there or whatever. But yeah, Andros in Star Fox Zero kind of looks like that. It's like less of a monkey, more like shiny face kind of appearance. But yeah, if we ever get a new Star Fox, I hope Andros is kind of gone from the picture.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, definitely. Well, to get back on the DK Bananza, Jamie here is saying, getting the game anyway, plus hoping they don't show too much, otherwise no surprises when playing the game. Don't show. Okay, then they ask, demo shadow drop for later today? So we talked about this during our predictions. So some people did remind me afterward that they're actually having so my take was that probably not, because Nintendo usually only releases demos for like untested IP or multiplayer types of experiences like Splatoon, right? Someone did remind me though that Pikmin 4 had a demo, and there's one other game too that had one pre-release to be specific. Pre-release. I forget what the other one was. I'm like, you know what? Pikmin 4 is a good exception. So it is possible we get a demo here, and I feel like this is a game that maybe could use one, unless it's a demo that I played, in which case it might unsell people on the game.
And that's the thing, right? If it's a demo, I can't picture them doing anything else besides like the first tutorial level, like the mines area.
Yeah.
Like I can't really see them like showing anything else or giving us anything else. Maybe the level that you go to afterwards, where it's a little bit more open. But yeah, a demo after this, it's possible, but I can't really see it. Again, like you said, Pikmin, we got it for multiplayer games like Strikers, Splatoon, ARMS, just to kind of test stress the servers. And then, well, like Princess Peach Showtime was one of the most recent ones.
That's
But
yeah, that was another one. Yep.
that was a while ago, and then
That's
I think that was like a year or two ago almost. It feels like forever ago.
and that game too, like that. I feel like that almost fits more in with the my idea of like an untested IP.
Yeah.
Princess Peach doesn't really have her own games. But I guess I can see Donkey Kong being dumped in that bucket a little bit, but it's been a while since we've had a dedicated DK game, over 10 years since Tropical Freeze, and this is a different type of game for him, being, 3D and not even in the same vein as DK64. So I could see Nintendo being like, we need to get the word out on this guy, let's have people try out a demo, and that would be great if they just shall drop a demo today. In which case, you almost don't even need a direct. Everyone just go play the. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I say that, but then a lot of people don't have a Switch 2 yet, right? So most people don't have a Switch 2 yet, by definition. But yeah, I mean that'd be fun. I would love if there's a Shadow Drop demo. That'd be nice, and we'll be playing it immediately. So. Dylan says, "Hey, GameXplain, can you please play some Mario Kart World while we wait?" Dylan, that is a brilliant idea. I would love to, but my setup is so I'm so afraid of screwing anything up that I'm not going to risk it. So, good idea. Maybe in the future we'll play Mario Kart World. For right now, we're just going to chill. I'm going to talk about Star Fox Adventures apparently for the entire hour. So, hey, Koopa Link, hey everyone else in the chat. So a lot of people saying, being nice or friendly. Greetings this morning. It's a good seeing all of you on this early morning. I didn't even sleep well last night. I could not sleep for like most of it. So hopefully this stream is exciting enough that I don't fall asleep during it because I'm gonna have work to do afterward. I imagine. I think we're gonna probably be. Hopefully, I mean that's the thing. I hope it keeps us busy. I hope there's things for us to cover, and it's not just freaking Mario Kart World over again. Because I get it. Someone mentioned they don't want to see spoilers. I get it. Like, we don't want the whole game spoiled. On the other hand, like, I also don't want to be bored by this thing. I want them to show up. Like, hopefully there's enough in the game that they can show, like the Mario Odyssey 2 Direct. Like, they showed a ton about, or, a lot more about the game without spoiling the entire thing. And hopefully that's what they do here.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that too. I hope it's busy, like we're busy afterwards, like looking at all the cool details. I hope it's not a rehash of what we already know. Like I said, like did you know Donkey Kong could pick up a rock and surf on it? Like, yeah, we already knew that.
Exactly.
Like tell us something new. Yeah, I hope there's just a bunch of new stuff here that we haven't seen before. And I hope Nintendo actually learned from the last Direct, right? The Mario Kart one, which it was kind of a snooze fest, right? Because we knew everything going into it. I can't recall anything new from that. Maybe the little tease of Rainbow Road at the end, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, even that they had. Wait, was that the new thing? I thought. See, now I'm blending both of them together. I think.
Yeah, they just.
Someone had mentioned that like we found out about P-Switch was there, but did we? Oh, I guess we had only. That's right. We had only seen teases of what they were before, like that they existed. So that was technically new. So yeah, they show up a handful of new things, but nothing like really big or exciting. And wait, had we not seen? Yeah, I guess they hadn't shown P-Switches off in Treehouse by that point. I don't think. In any case, I need more than that. I want more than what it should. But here's the thing, right? Like Mario Kart World ended up being awesome anyway. So I mean, it doesn't in the grand scheme of things. It may not matter a lot. Though I do think in DK's case, it actually matters more. Mario Kart sells itself, right? Mario Kart. Everyone's gonna buy Mario Kart. I'll bet you most people who buy Mario Kart World didn't even watch a Direct, or at least over time, that's gonna be the case. Most people buying that game will have never even seen a Direct or a proper trailer for it. They're just gonna buy it as freaking Mario Kart. Donkey Kong doesn't have that same. I don't think as a single IP, I don't think he has that kind of pull. And it's going to. I think a lot of people are going to need to be sold on this game by seeing it in ads or directs or trailers. And that's what we're going to hopefully see see it here today. So,
yeah, I completely agree. It's like he's been gone for such a long time that they really need to kind of hit it out of the park with this, right? Because we haven't seen him since Tropical Freeze, so it's been over 10 years.
Yeah, you're right. I know it's crazy how long that's been. No DQ says, and also like that's one of the best games of all time. So they got big shoes to fill. Yeah. That's why they got the Tokyo Aussie team on it, right? They, if there's anyone to do it, it might be them. No DQ says, mark my words, are going to show some good stuff today. They've let Mario Kart World. Sorry, that's why we've been so underwhelmed so far with what we've seen from this game. I'm a little confused by that, but I think they're saying they're going to blow us out of the water today. So I hope that they. Oh, here they go. Sorry, No, I'm sorry. That's it. Anyways, I'll try to parse that correctly. But yeah, I hope that they are bringing the goods here today. I mean, as we mentioned before, like with Mario Odyssey, we hadn't even seen Cappy in the first trailer,
Yep.
and they showed off him in the second. And that's really impressed us. The difference in this case is that we've played the game, so I can't imagine like a Cappy level secret in there unless like Odd Rock has some like crazy ability that doesn't kick into play until later, after the intro segment of the game. So.
Yeah, when you get to play it, you had Odd Rock right out the gate, right? Like I know in like the mining section, like you find Odd Rock, and then you go to like the second hub or the second world, and you actually get to use them, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. That sounds correct. So yeah.
Remember like what he did? Like besides like you hold a button, like DK whistles or something, and Odd Rock will hum or play music or
I
something.
don't know
Like,
how that.
can't
I don't know how
remember.
that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out. Maybe we'll find out today, Nick.
Yeah, I
In
hope so.
just
I hope. How much time we got?
39 minutes. What were we gonna say though? Yeah, it sounded like you
No,
had.
I hope music is like a big part of this, right? Because like we've seen like speakers in the background or like Adorak does the singing or humming. So again, like after getting off of Mario Kart World and hearing how good the music is in that game, I hope music is like a key part of this. And I just hope it blows us out of the water because Donkey Kong games are known for their music, right? You have like Grant Coker and then David Wise producing those soundtracks, but I don't think they're here for this one.
No, and that is a small concern. I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's possible that
Yeah,
they are. We just haven't heard. I say a small concern. Like I'm sure Nintendo is obviously capable of making great music without those two
of
specifically.
course.
However, I do say concerned because we've had a Donkey Kong game without them, and it was clearly missing something, and that was Donkey Kong Country Returns. Still a great game, but the soundtrack was quite lacking there. So it would be amazing if they have a soundtrack, closer to the caliber of Tropical Freeze or the classic series, even if it's not, David Wise or Grant Kirkhope, which, to specify, Grant Kirkhope was only involved in DK64, and in that game it had more of a banjo flair,
Yeah.
which worked for that game, and it could still work here in Odyssey, but that's not quite, the same music we have from David Wise in the other games. So both are extremely talented musicians, so I'd be happy with either. It also, they've worked more recently on Ukulele together and bringing, they both had music in that game, which is great. Valentine to the super chat. Thank you, Valentine. They say, here's hoping for Mario Kart World DLC Kongs and Kremlings. Yes, we mentioned this. I threw this out as a prediction, hopefully, in our video. I forget if I had this prediction or just an idea. In any case, I think there's a chance. That they have a little segment tied to Mario Kart World. And if not here, eventually, like, that'll be in the next direct. And I was like, by the way, did you enjoy DK Bananza? And now you can play as Diddy Kong or Cranky Kong, whoever's going to be there, Baby Pauline or Young Pauline. And I guess, there's no Baby Pauline yet, actually. So
No, there's never been.
yeah. So maybe this is the chance. That'd be, what do you think, Nick? Do you think it's going to happen today, or?
I could see a slight like tease or something where they just show like Mario Kart first tag and be like, or maybe there's like a costume segment that they can go into, right? Because I hope costumes play a big role in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and DK and Pauline have one extra costume in Mario Kart World. So I hope there's something like, oh, and you like these outfits in Donkey Kong Bonanza? Check out Mario Kart World next month, and you can dress up DK in these new outfits. I hope that's the case.
Yeah, that'd be great. Dad Bod versus Food in the super chat, thank you very much, says the return of the king and Diddy today. Yeah, that's a good one. Are we seeing Diddy today or any other Kongs?
I think so. I think there's a high chance, right? Because if Odd Rock is a companion like character, and like if you can like swap it out with other partners, which has been a big thing with Donkey Kong games in the past, I can see like Diddy showing up here. Hopefully Funky Kong. Hopefully some of the other ones from 64, right? Like Linky and what's the other one? Why can't Chunky? That's the one. Yeah, I hope Chunky's here too.
Yeah, Chunky was one of the few of the extended family that I think appeared in appeared in the Mario movie. He's in the audience.
Yeah.
I think he was the only one. We didn't see Lanky. We didn't see Tiny.
No.
So Chunky got a little promoted there. He got saved from being Donald snapped out of Nintendo's lore universe. So Johnny wants to see Funky in it. Yes, I think everyone. Honestly, chat. Here's what I'm curious about. I'm gonna post a poll. Who do you want to see more, Funky or Diddy? I feel like it might be close. Who do you want to see more? How about you, Nick? Is it Funky or Diddy? Funky.
I'm a Diddy fan all day.
A Diddy Kong fan, to be clear.
I like Funky Kong, but I mean, it's just Donkey Kong with what the sunglasses and the white shirt.
You say that as if that isn't amazing. All right, Nick. I don't like your tone of voice right now.
But no, I want to see DK, especially the new design, right? They showed off that render that we've seen, and they haven't used it for anything yet. So
Wait, sorry, which one you're talking about?
the new render for Diddy Kong, right? Like it was just in, like,
Oh
in a
yes, yeah,
promotional
we
thing, but
had.
they haven't used it in any games yet.
No, that's right. They had at like some booth at some expo. I think it was for like a more of a corporate type thing. They had new art of Donkey Kong and Diddy. It's seemingly not even tied to this game, but they
No.
did update Diddy's art, and that does indicate that he could be back. And especially with Cranky Kong being there, I don't think there's been a game where we've had DK and Cranky and no Diddy. Like Diddy's always been there. So that'd be very strange if he's not. So. All right, Diddy Kong's winning by a lot. All right, as popular as Funky Kong is, Diddy's crushing it right now with 73% of the vote, 27% for Funky Kong, based on almost 100 votes. So,
Come on, get those Diddy Kong votes up.
Haunted Xperia says revive DK Jr. from the Nintendo basement. I don't know. I on the one hand I get that. On the other hand, did you guys see my theory that that Mario Kart World basically confirmed that the current DK is DK Jr.? I think that just makes way more sense. Like it's way cleaner that way. I get the love for DK or people wanting DK Jr. as their own character, but like he even if they bring him back, he doesn't get me forgotten again. Like there's no purpose for DK Jr. That's the problem. He's gonna end up like the extended family they were just talking about from DK64, where they had no purpose. Nick, I hear you're excited.
No, I'm excited because I just thought of an idea. Because, like, again, I hope there's costume in Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I hope there's new costumes in Mario Kart World. I'm just picturing, like, your theory. If Donkey Kong is Donkey Kong Jr., I hope there's a Donkey Kong Jr. skin for Donkey Kong, but it's his shirt, and it's super tight and small on him because he grew out of it. So it's like maybe it's stretched out and it doesn't really fit him too well.
That's a brilliant idea. That's how you officially tie it together, I think. That'd be great. And don't even call it like a DK Jr. thing. Just call it like I don't know, like his younger his younger costume or something, his younger self costume, right? That'd be great. I think that'd be clean. I think it'd be cool if they brought him back as his own character, but then again, he's just gonna be forgotten again because again, he serves no purpose. He's the same type of character as. I mean, you can say the same thing about Funky Kong too, but Funky Kong exists as a secondary character. Like I don't know what DK Jr. would do. You could give him a new role, but what would that even be, right?
Maybe he'll help you with math or something. Wasn't that?
It was like a math mini game. That'd be hilarious. That'd be pretty funny. We have No DQ in the chat again with a super chat. Thank you, No DQ. It says Mario Kart World had 2 weeks to breathe. Now they unleash DK. I think that's a clearer idea of what you were saying via voice to text earlier, which is what I had trouble parsing. Thank you, No DQ. Yeah, it's crazy actually. Mario Kart World has only been out for a couple of weeks, and we're already hyping up the next game, and it's out in just under a month, I think, from now, right? So is it July 17th? Yeah.
July 17th, yeah.
That's great. So, and yeah, pretty exciting. Let's see.
I don't know, how long was our gap between our first Switch 1 game and our second Switch 1 game? It was like first party. We got Breath of the Wild and obviously 1-2 Switch on release day, and then nothing in April. I think our next one was May with Mario Kart, or the end of April. Maybe
Mario
it was
Kart
like April
was June, wasn't it? Am I misremembering?
No, I think it
was it
June,
May?
I think was Splatoon or ARMS. ARMS was June. Splatoon.
Oh,
was
I think you're right. Maybe Mario Kart was May. So yeah, then it might have been the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Might have been the next. Was that the next big one? It might have been.
I think it was.
Oh, actually, late. Wait, EB says late April. Okay, that makes
April 28th.
Yeah, April 28th. Wow. So that's interesting actually, because that game was essentially the same game, just with a few new features. So yeah, not a big new single player game like this that they're launching shortly thereafter. DK Bonanza almost feels like a game that could have been a launch title, but they wanted Mario Kart there instead, so it got bumped back, as a result.
Do you know how long the gap was, or chat, correct me, how long the gap between Breath of the Wild and the first DLC for Breath of the Wild? Because I feel like that was way later in the year.
Oh, right? Yeah. The first one, it came in 2. Wasn't one in the summer and one in late fall or early December? Isn't that how that went? Or...
I remember them showing it off at the Game Awards or teasing maybe the second part of the DLC at the Game Awards.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it was early. Oh, it might be even later than I was thinking. Yeah. We'll see if anyone lets us know. Wait, Eric says, I really hope they release DK Bonanza on Switch 1 and not just Switch 2. I'm sorry to say, Eric, there's 0% chance of it coming to Switch 1. So yeah, it's gonna be Switch 2 only. M Helm with a super chat. Thank you, M Helm. They say we need more DK representation in Mario Kart World. Karting is such a fundamental aspect of the DK lore in the Mario movie. I know that's a really ironic thing about that. Is they went to the they almost gave Mario Kart in Origin almost in the movie, at least tied to the Kongs. I thought really cleverly. Like they did a really good job. Oh, the direct live stream is nothing's happening yet, but
Oh,
the link
yeah, I
is
see.
live now. So I'll switch over to that in a moment. But yeah, they went to such an extent and a good job of tying it into the Kongs, and then it gets ignored here. But that's why I think, Nick, you had a short about it, why we think that there will be more directly tied to this game. Because Pauline and Donkey Kong are the only two with only two costumes, I think, which is such an odd thing to do, with them both being, and they both, of course, seemingly, based on the leak, are in this game as well. We know this Donkey Kong is for sure. So that does suggest that there would be more costumes coming for them tied to, their, or maybe directly related to their appearance in this game. So
Especially with how big those two characters are and how long they've been in Nintendo's history. Like you look at Shy Guy, Shy Guy has more outfits. You look at Lakitu, Lakitu has more outfits than both of these characters. Like,
right.
why does Donkey Kong only have one extra outfit? And same thing with Pauline. It did not make any sense.
It doesn't, right? Yeah, it's really weird. So yeah, here's hoping we get, if not today, soon. Which is a little weird in the sense that it does feel like, there is more costumes, that they purposely held off on them, until, they wanted to roll them out later. I mean, to the point that it's obvious that's what they're doing. Kind of like, it reminds me back in the day of like when they released DLC on like DS, but it was already on the cartridge. They had sent you an unlock code. It feels a little bit like that, but in this case, it's presumably free, hopefully. So it's not that big of a deal.
Or even the case like with the Mario sports games, right? Like they just here's the roster, it's very small. Like on the
right,
Switch,
yeah, that's a good.
Like, oh, we're gonna add 2 characters at a time. Like, well, these characters seem like they've been done for a while.
Yeah.
Why weren't they in the base game?
It's a great point. That's actually probably a much better example. That's true. God, do you remember how pitiful that Aces roster was at launch on Wii U?
It was
no. I'm sorry, not Aces.
Power Tennis. Power Tennis.
No,
right?
no. That's a GameCube one. Ultimate Smash or something? What the hell was
Ultra
it?
Smash.
Ultra Smash. That was it. Yeah, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. That's what I was talking about. That game was ridiculous. Like that was the game. Like a single screenshot almost showed you everything in the game. Like that was nuts. So. We have another super chat from Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. They say, remember Donkey Kong becomes a monster truck in Monster Truck Jam? It's so awesome. What is Monster Truck Jam?
I don't know. It's got to be something. It sounds like a Wii game, probably, because
Like what?
Is that a thing?
I feel like this is a meme. I think they're memeing. I'm pretty sure Ultra Trash. Yeah, that's what it was called. Haunted Xperia.
Was this a thing in person?
I don't know.
Oh wait, I'm looking at it now.
Is it real?
Yeah, if I type in Monster Truck Jam Donkey Kong, it looks like there's this like when was this?
There's no. I would have heard about this. Let me Google it.
I don't.
Monster.
Here, I'm sending you the.
I can't. What's it called? Monster Truck Jam.
Monster Truck Jam, and then just put Donkey Kong at the end.
Oh my god! Oh, it's a real life thing.
2007. Wait, what was
that?
Oh
wow! I wasn't even doing GameXplain then. This is real. It's on the Mario Wiki. That's crazy. Yeah. I have no recollection of this. That's hilarious. That should be a vehicle in Mario Kart World.
Oh my!
Wouldn't that be amazing? That'd be so good.
What was out at this time? Like, what Donkey Kong games was this to promote?
That was before Return. So that must have been like one of the racing games. The bongo racing one.
Barrel Blast.
Barrel Blast. That's it. Yeah. Dan asked, "Do you think they'll introduce a Rhino, Rambi the Rhino, or bring back guns?" Rambi the Rhino has a chance. I think guns have a 0% chance, and I'm okay with that. I don't need guns or even want guns in my DK Bananza and my Donkey Kong games. I always thought that was a weird element of DK64.
And I don't think the aiming was too good. I think they just brought it in because they worked on other shooters, right? Like GoldenEye, and there was a bit of a shooting mechanic in Banjo-Kazooie. So I think that's like, oh, let's just give like Donkey Kong a coconut gun. And I'm like, I don't really like it either because you have to collect all the ammo, and it's easy to go through all the ammo. And especially at how strong Donkey Kong is in this game, I don't think he needs really any other weapons besides his fist.
No, he doesn't. I agree with that. So, all right. So I'm trying to get us to the live YouTube stream, and I have my setup done weirdly here. Let's see if I can make this work, chat. So, any other?
Hopefully they get the countdown.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Always like those countdowns. All right, let's try this again. Okay, I think I got it now. Let's see. Haunted Xperia says, "Can you run over Toads and Yoshis in this game too? In Donkey Kong Bonanza? I hope so. I don't I don't care if it makes no sense for them to be there. Actually, yeah, like if you're Rambi, if you're on Rambi, like if Rambi is here, can you imagine the destruction in this game? Like I'm picturing like you get into the semi truck in Mario Kart World. Like
Yeah.
imagine that but Donkey Kong Bonanza. But the game's already based around destroying everything. So that'd be amazing.
Yeah, if animals are like a key aspect into this game, I hope they're just like supercharged, like you said, like the to the extreme of Mario Kart World, where you get into the truck, where if you get in Rambi, like he's not just destroying a box or two, like he's destroying like a whole like building or something like that. Like
Oh
he's
my
so
god.
big
Oh,
and like giant. This
what
one.
if you build up what if you build up New Donk City as you suggested, and you just destroy it afterward, then rebuild it again for the heck of it? That'd be so good. All right, so I've got the official stream up here, chat. So we only have what 34 minutes now, which is
Yeah.
crazy. 34 minutes, and then it's here for 15 minutes. So we have just a little over double the runtime of the direct itself. Sometimes what's weird with these 15-minute directs? Sometimes it goes by quick, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah, I felt that in the Mario Kart one. I felt like because we just knew all the information, that's like, okay, it's kind of dragging. We know, move on to the next thing, move on to the next thing. And yeah, I hope that's not the case here. I hope they don't just focus on like, oh, did you know that Donkey Kong you can use like photo mode? It's like, well, that's all you guys are sharing it today.
that's gonna
Nintendo
be some of
today.
it. I mean, what these are, you know, what Mario Kart World really made me realize is that they are just extended overview trailers. Like that's what it seems
Yeah.
like. They're extended overview trailers. Hope this one proves me wrong. But yeah, it seems like they've effectively replaced those essentially. Like, oh, I mean, I guess not replaced, but we still got the overview for like Mario Party Jamboree recently, I guess. But that one made more sense. That wasn't getting a whole direct by itself. But yeah, that's what these basically are, just like longer overviews. But hopefully this one's more meaningful, more impactful than that. More groundbreaking, if you will. Lots of groundbreaking in DK Bonanza, so... Machine...
I hope we get
Oh,
to see. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I hope we see Joy-Cons here. I know it's a little bit too early, but I would love to see like a yellow Joy-Con or something because everyone's rocking the same Joy-Cons. It's just the base ones.
Isn't
There's
it?
no other options.
It's so weird this time, though, because the Switch 2 itself has the colors built in. So it almost makes it weird having other colored
Oh,
Joy-Cons.
yeah, and
Because
then
they
think
want...
about it because when you pull off the magnets, you see the colors inside of it.
Right.
So
I mean, unless they keep the internal color. Or wait, is there? Hold on, I've got to look at. Yeah, I guess they could keep the internal colors the same. Hold on.
oh, I see what you're saying. But
Yeah,
like the actual shell
keep this the
itself.
same, and then like yeah,
Yep.
change the black portion maybe, or the control stick at least. Although it would still be a weird contrast, I think. So I don't know how would they handle that. Maybe it's the inner part, and like you can even recolor the outer. I have no idea. Yeah, it's just
Because
weird
when I
that
was with my friends, like everyone was like, "Oh, who's using whose Joy-Con?" And we had
right.
no idea because they all look the same.
Yeah, exactly, right. And we've had, at the Switch 1 launch, we had multiple color Joy-Cons,
Yep.
at least, because of the neon and black unit, or gray, whatever they called it. And this time, though, we have only the one set. So, I mean, I feel like they're going to have to come eventually. It's just interesting that they have not put an emphasis on it at all, and simply made it harder to do so in an elegant way.
Yeah.
So... yeah, you want the DK bongos back, Honda Xperia? I hope you can play with them. That'd be amazing via the GameCube adapter. Like, how fun would that be actually if they gave like that? Like, what if they gave the second player, if there's co-op, like the ability to use the bongos just to mash around with, with Odd Rock or whoever your partner character is. So.
That's gonna be the collector's edition. It's gonna be like $120, and you get the bongos from the GameCube. It's like, wait a minute, these would be so much cheaper. But knowing Nintendo, I could see something
I
as
could too,
insane
right?
as that.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I was gonna read a comment real quick about who had it. Where'd it
Go for
go?
it.
Oh, I think I lost a comment, so sorry about that. We have another one, though, from Jerry Bear. Thank you, Jerry Bear, for the big super chat. They say, it's been memory hold, but a lot of people were angry about the last new DK game, Tropical Freeze. So it's been very vindicating to see so much excitement for Bonanza. It's like the polar opposite. That, polar because of the snow,
Yeah.
mads in Tropical Freeze. I see what you did there, Jerry Bear. No, that
Good
is nice
one.
to see actual excitement for a new DK game. Because, it did seem like for a while he was either being, neglected or like, trying to satiate us with those like bad spin-offs. I mean, maybe not bad spin-offs, like, they had in there like Jungle Beat. But it's still, for as fun as Jungle Beat was, it wasn't still like that big meaty DK game we were hoping for. Then we had like, we had the Bongo games for a while, and it just seemed like, yeah, they were really ignoring DK until he came back with Donkey Kong Country Returns. And then, since Tropical Freeze has been a decade now. And also, yeah, the hate for DK Tropical Freeze initially, in hindsight, was so stupid. Like, they were, everyone wanted the Metro Prime I guess was a 4
Oh my
then?
god, that was the
Yeah.
hate because I'm like I don't remember the hate, but no, everyone wanted a new Metroid game, but they're like, oh, I guess Retro Studios is too busy working on this new Donkey Kong game, which I was excited for. Like I was like, okay, I can wait off for like a little while for another Metroid game. But yeah, it was insane. I totally forgot about the hate for it.
I forget about my exact reaction. I do think I was, I didn't hate it for sure. I do think I was a little on the disappointment side, partially because, I really liked DKC Returns, but it didn't quite blow me away. So I wasn't expecting a similar experience so soon after that, and I was kind of hoping maybe they go back to Metroid or something. But of course, after playing Tropical Freeze, I'm like, I was a total fool. Like, this game
Yeah.
is amazing, one of the best platformers ever made, and I ate every complaint I may have had, which was, not as many as others had. So, anyways, we're all fools, or those who were against it, and hopefully we'll be turned into fools again about how good Bonanza will be. Because yeah, if it's the Tokyo team, which everything seems to be pointing in that direction, from the general look and vibe of the game to also like rumors of it being like a second team at a second Odyssey team or spin-off of the Odyssey team making this game, it just seems to be lining up. And hopefully we'll find out today. The knowing Nintendo, we won't. They're still gonna, play coy with that, which is always annoying. But yeah.
Yeah, they're
So.
gonna make us wait till the credits and like you roll credits and like, oh, now I know who actually made this game. Now I can say thank you. It's like, no, just let us know. Like, why do you have to be so like secretive about it?
Exactly. Nody Q also says now we get a new Donkey Kong game and Metroid Prime game same year. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah,
Insane.
they're
Insane.
finally they're delivering what people wanted. 12, 15 years ago or whatever. No, like 15, 16, 17 years ago. Whenever
It's
DKC
been a
was.
long
Yeah,
time.
it has. God, 15 years ago, 2010. Though maybe 29. Was it 2009 when they showed it off? 2010? I can't remember. I think it was 2010 when they showed it off. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
that
year it
seems
came
right.
out. Yeah. Woo! We are only 18 minutes away, Nick. Man, is your hype building?
Yeah, I'm actually getting more and more excited. Like we talked about before, Donkey Kong was kind of like in a lull at one point, right? Like they didn't know what to do with him. They had like the two kind of country games, and then they had like DK King of Swing, Barrel Blast,
King of
Donkey Kong
Swing.
Bongo.
That's
Yeah, right.
right.
Like there's
That was
just
part
so
of the
many
era.
random things.
Yeah,
Like
all
I don't
those
even know
weird
who made
spin-offs. Like,
DK King of
yeah, why are they
Swing.
putting DK in so many weird spin-offs? Like, yeah, of course he's not gonna being able to build up much of a, much hype for an actual game if you keep throwing them off into these games that, are like side adventures. Not even adventures. They were just weird. Not
Yeah.
that they were inherently bad. It's just like we wanted something more meaningful from DK at the same time. So, like Mario, like they never just relied entirely on spin-offs from Mario. He always had like the next mainline game
Yeah.
coming, or some core adventure, including Paper Mario. Okay, so real quick, the final poll for who do you want to see more,
We
Funky
got
Kong versus Diddy. 67% for Diddy Kong, 33% for Funky. So Diddy Kong is more
Diddy
popular.
Kong, yeah.
Yep, and he also appeared in the Mario movie as well. So I think it's time. Hopefully, we see him back here today. And
Yeah,
that
I
was-
freaked out during that like little cameo because doesn't Cranky Kong like say like pipe it down?
Yeah,
Diddy
yeah.
Kong or
Simmer
something like
down,
that?
Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Then like Dixie looks like, yeah, what are you doing, you idiot? Calm down there, buddy. That's good. Or that was a fun little cameo. So, and then Funky Kong didn't really have an official appearance in the movie. So he's we did see him on the poster. And then there is like a funky looking like guy in the background at one point, but whether or not actually it's Funky Kong is hard to say. Or some people also think that maybe Funky was the main guy, like controlling the Mario Kart machine, but it's all very unclear. But in any case, we want Funky back here too. Like, hopefully, we just get all the main Kongs back. Except, I don't. Nick, are you with me? Or like, I know some people
What?
want the DK64 Kongs back. I don't really care myself, Like, I never really loved those guys. Like, Tiny always felt like a knockoff of Dixie, And then we had Chunky, who was probably the most personable of them, and then we had the weirdo that
Lanky.
was lanky. Yeah.
I mean, I have like a fond memory of them because that was like my first Donkey Kong game I ever played was Donkey Kong 64. So I do love them, especially because like Tiny Kong was brought back for what was it, Diddy Kong Racing on the DS because they had to replace the rare characters. But yeah, like I do like them a lot, but I prefer like the mainstay characters, right? Like I prefer Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Cranky, Funky. But yeah, if they're here before them, I'd be a little upset. But if we get the main cast first and then the follow-ups to like the 64 characters, I'll be on board with that.
Right, for sure. I just realized one thing.
What's up?
I forgot to turn off my VPN. Chat, I'm going to try. Oh, does this screw it up? Chat, how's the stream been so far? Any hiccups or anything? Let me double check my connection speed. I want to make sure I don't need to turn this off. But if I turn it off, it screws up the stream. But I should be able to resume it, I think. Let me just double check though. I want to see my upload speed real quick. Make sure. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay.
We're good.
Yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, we should be okay. Yeah, we're looking good. So I think we're fine. So okay, Chad, the stream's been fine so far, right? No issues. So hopefully we should be fine there.
Yeah, people
Okay,
are saying
perfect. All right.
stream is perfect. Seems fine.
Perfect. Thanks, Chad. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. I won't dare mess with a good thing and try to turn it off. So, um, anyways, I was gonna ask another question. Oh, go
We
ahead.
have a comment here. Elijah says, "I wonder if this Nintendo Direct will tease another Direct." I don't think so because I don't think they did that with the Mario Kart one, right? Like they did it with the general Switch 2 Direct, which teased the Mario Kart World one. But I think after this one, I think they're probably gonna be done for the month of June, right? Like I don't think they'll really have anything else until maybe July.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I don't think I think so. I'm not expecting
Yeah.
anything more this month. Between Splatoon Raiders and now this, I would honestly be shocked if we get another Nintendo Direct. And I was already feeling that way after the Splatoon thing, and this only reinforces that. I mean, granted, I guess that their goal was to have a specific. They always wanted to show off the 10 minutes of Donkey Kong Bonanza. You couldn't really do that in a standard Direct, so it could still maybe happen. But at this point, I'm not really expecting it. I think this is gonna be their sole focus for the month, and then we'll have another Direct next month. So no, I'm not expecting another one. It would be nice though. Like it would be actually kind of cool if they did treat like. I did kind of appreciate that they announced Mario Kart Worlds Direct so far in advance. So maybe they could do the opposite. Instead of announcing a game-specific Direct, announce a general Direct in a game one. Like, hey, by the way, stay tuned for our major upcoming Direct on July 14th or whatever it is, So
Yeah, and this month has felt like just like the month of Nintendo, right? Like the first week we got the Switch 2, and then we got the Splatoon update, and then we got Donkey Kong here. So if next week, or maybe if there is a Direct next week, maybe they do tease it a little bit here. But I don't have my hopes up right now because like we're just eating all this Nintendo information right now. Like there's so much to talk about.
we are. Dan is asking, do you think they'll have mouse control at GameXplain? That's a good one because I was trying to think if I could even test that at the Dallas event. And
what controller were you using?
I'm pretty sure we're using a Pro controller, so that's why I don't think we could even test it. So it is possible, but we do know there's a map, for instance, and there's also like the first person aiming stuff. But looking at how the control generally works, it's hard to imagine them using a mouse for that specifically. I mean, unless it's straight up like FPS controls I mean, it could work. It obviously could work. Yeah. It's just with Nintendo, it would be different. So it's possible. I'm not really expecting it, but I'm thinking that I mean, I don't know. I'm not expecting it, but it'd be nice if it's there as an option for when you need it. But I don't think the game uses it often enough to justify it. Kind of like in Mario Kart World. Like when you're on the map, like having mouse control would make sense then, but you're not on the map all that often,
No.
Which is why they don't have it. Though you could use it for other uses too. Like if you could use if you could control the camera with a mouse, like for the 360-degree aiming, that would actually be amazing, right? Which is probably why they don't have it. It'd be OP, So.
What was I gonna say about the mouse? Yeah, I guess the game seems, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Andre, but the game seems so simplistic that you can play on like a singular Joy-Con, right? Like there's not a lot of buttons for it.
No, it does seem like you could. I mean, I think the camera would be the main thing because I guess but even in the first person view, I'm trying to remember, can you even move around when you're aiming? Not first person, but like the quasi first person when you're aiming the giant rocks you picked up, can you even move around then at the same time? If you can, it's very slow.
The tree house, I think they show gyro.
Oh, it's gyro? Okay, then right. So, yeah. So if you're using gyro for that, yeah, you may not even need that second stick, except for, I mean, well, it is kind of like an open world game, so camera control is kind of important.
Yeah.
So I guess you do kind of need it in that sense. But otherwise, the controls, I don't remember being especially involved, but, I don't remember the exact layout either, so. Let's see. James is saying, I don't know about you, but I want Candy Kong in the game. I saw a lot of people asking about Candy Kong. The thing with Candy Kong is there's no way they could bring her back as she was before. There's no way that's happening. Zero chance. They would have to redesign her to some degree, and which would be totally fine. And it would be, I mean, she's been such a, she is a notable part of the series, at least in the earlier games, that I think, I feel like, especially in a series like with the a game as many callbacks as this so far, like it'd be nice if they had Candy in some way, but they have to redesign her. So
yeah, 100% have to redesign her. Was she even she might have been in the TV show? A lot of characters were in the TV show, right?
The core cast, yeah, all the core cast were, including Funky Kong, yeah. So they were all there. Yeah, I think the only ones...
remember watching that as a kid, and I'm just like, this is such a weird show.
It wasn't weird. It was so funny. Because, I mean, at the time, like, it was using computer graphics, which is pretty impressive, kind of like Reboot. The problem was, like, even then, for as advanced as the graphics were for a TV show, they still look like hot trash, They still look like complete garbage. But there was something about that show that a lot of people found really endearing. I think the music helped, too. There's a song, there's a song in almost every episode of it. And some of them were actually kind of catchy, so... Yeah, 10 minutes, by the way. 10 minutes until the direct.
Woo!
We're so close. Man, we'll see.
I don't think the show was on for that long, too, right? Like, I've seen a good amount of episodes from it.
It was only, yeah, I think maybe a year. I think it might be only a single season. Chap may know better. Jamie says Banana Slammer. Yeah, right, or Banana Slammer. Yeah, it's hilarious how much that show lives on in meme form. It's pretty amazing.
It does.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I love the movement of the characters in the show. They're like so like animated, but like it's just like not natural at
No,
times.
it's not at all. Honda Experience that they had the movie in the same show too, Crystal Coconut. That's right. I don't know if I ever actually saw that movie. So
Oh wait, no, that's the one I had on VHS. I do remember that. I think it was just like an extended like episode or something. It wasn't too long, maybe like a half hour or so. Like I don't remember it being that long, but I did have that one.
EB says Disney's voice actor from the TV show also voiced Yoshi in the Mario World cartoon. I did not know that. But they sound pretty different, but now that you mention it, I can see it. I can actually see that or hear it in my head, so that makes sense. Let's see here. Bao says, could the DK rap make an appearance? Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything, yeah.
Seth says, if the rumors of Pauline being in the game are true, will Jumpman make an appearance? Not, I mean, oh man, that's a good. Well, I guess the question is, will Mario appear in any form, right? I mean, I think
there been any mainline games that Mario actually appeared in for Donkey Kong or any spin-offs? I don't think he's been in anything, right?
He's only been like he had a little Easter egg in Donkey Kong Country 2 where he appeared on like the hero screen at the end of the game. Beyond that, I don't think they've ever had a direct reference or at least an appearance by Mario that I can recall. They made like I don't or even referenced. I mean, I guess they usually only reference the DK stuff or Metroid in the case of the rare games. Mario, right. Mario was, of course, in the original Donkey Kong and DK Jr. games. But I don't think we've had any real crossover since then, again, outside DKC 2. So, but again, it is the Aussie team, and they worked on, so many Mario games, so there was an opportunity for it, now it'd be it, so...
It'd be funny if you like run into a room and you see Mario there and he throws Cappy at you.
Oh my god.
He controls Donkey Kong.
That'd be hilarious. It's like a stealth Mario game. And then after a week they rename it to like New Avengers or New Mario style, whatever it is. Alright, Elemental Iguana with a super chat says 1K Roll to be second playable character. That'd be amazing. That'd be incredible. The second player is King K. Rool. They can throw his crown like a Smash Brothers and do like weird jump attacks. That'd be great. So
yeah, I hope the companion partners just like I hope there's multiple of them. I hope they ride DK's back, and I hope K. Rool's there, just like maybe just like dragging onto like his collar or his like tie or something. He's just like hanging along. But again, like K. Rool's ginormous, so I can't really picture him on the back of Donkey Kong. Yeah, but they would make it work somehow.
They totally would. They really would. All right, we are only less than 7 minutes away from the start of the stream. I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. So Nick, you want to pick out a chat message and or a couple chats and hang out with them while I grab water real quick?
For sure.
All right, great.
Go for it. We got a chat from Superstars here, calling it now. Mario will be the secret villain in this game. LOL. That would be, I mean, again, like if this is actually the Odyssey team working on the game, it is possible. But again, like we haven't really seen too many crossovers of Mario in like mainline Donkey Kong games or even spin-off games. We have seen Donkey Kong in Punch-Out, if anyone remembers that. He was in like the final or the secret boss in Punch-Out on the Wii, which I was talking to a friend recently about this, and he was saying that his like pattern is complete random. I don't think I've ever gotten to Donkey Kong or faced them yet, because I've beaten the game like once or twice, and I remember Mr. Sandman or whoever the final boss is in that one is a real pain, a real struggle. But like when you get to Donkey Kong, like I said, my friend was saying that the patterns are somewhat random, so it's kind of hard to do. Nord says, I heard that Donkey Kong is in the game. Sorry for spoilers. I hope Donkey Kong's in this game because it's named after Donkey Kong, so if he wasn't here.
I played as Donkey Kong. I can confirm DK is in the game, so. Almond Jello says Lil Mac is secret boss in Bonanza. That'd be hilarious.
Well, because I was just talking with chat that like DK is a secret boss and Punch-Out on the Wii. So like if they flip it around.
That'd be amazing. That'd be so good. Thanks for being a member of the channel, by the way, Almond Jello. That's why they have the green username and the little icon next to it. So, and other benefits too, like early access to some of our videos. JB says, do you think, like in Aussie, you'll be able to unlock new outfits for DK to wear, and one of them could be a Mario outfit? Ooh, he already has the overalls. He's halfway there.
Yeah, that's my biggest hope. I really hope costumes, especially with how much Nintendo has been pushing costumes, right? Especially in like Mario Kart Tour, Mario Kart World, Mario Odyssey. Like they're a lot more laid back with the characters wearing stuff outside of their main
They
outfits, right?
are.
Because I think even in Mario Strikers, like for the Switch, like they were kind of a little strict with their outfits, even though you could still customize them. I think they were like, oh, you still need to wear like Mario's hat with whatever top party's wearing, or like if you're playing as one of the princesses, it still needs to have the crown around it. But like if you look at Mario Kart World, I think they're a lot more laid back now.
I would like to remind you, Mario had freaking nipples in Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
Okay, like there was no way that would happen in the past. Mario had nipples. He was walking around practically naked in Mario Odyssey. So, anything's possible. Yeah, Nintendo. It really does seem like Nintendo's like loosened up a bit in some ways, which is great. And you know, with the advent of the Mario movie, they've really kind of stepped up the production value in general too. And like seeing all the expressions DK makes now, like has just been really, really fun to see. I'm sure we'll see more of that today. I mean, Nintendo today has had even these like little videos focused entirely around the expressions DK makes.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, give him a pair of sunglasses.
Exactly.
Make him look cool.
We're
What were you
only
gonna say?
4 minutes away from the start of this direct now. We're so freaking close, Nick, which is really exciting. Yeah, man, I hope it blows us away. I hope we see the Crumblings today, and the Crumblings, Pauline, King K. Rool, any of that. Let's see. Carl says, "I'm
we have a
interested."
comment here.
Yep.
Tom Inbound says percent chance of 25M level sub area question mark. My guess is
Oh,
90%. I think that's especially with DK Spaceport being like a replica of 25M. I think we're probably going to see it in some shape or fashion here. Like my thought would be like if you're trying to fight up DK up at the top, right? It's like the monster or the robot DK, and you're all the way at the bottom. Maybe that is a 2D segment that you're playing.
that's a good one. Yeah, I'd love that. I would love to, because there hasn't been a game, as far as I can recall, I don't think there's been a single game to replicate that kind of that moment in gameplay. Like DK Spaceport somehow is the closest we've ever gone to having Donkey Kong like recreated in some way, beyond just like a reference or something. So I would love to see it actually incorporated into this game in some way. I remember I always wished in Donkey Kong Country if they had made like a little mini game, like that was a modern version, a modern remake of DK, in that style of the Donkey Kong arcade game and the DKC style. That'd been so great, but they never did. Oh, I mean, obviously ignoring DK94. That's the closest we've ever had, because that straight up remade it, then really expanded upon it. So.
Do you ever go to it in Donkey Kong 64 on Nintendo 64? I know there's those arcade cabinets and you play like mini games in there.
That's
Is there
it.
anything with it? That's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it to my memory. Which was fun that they included it, and that was an arcade accurate version, unlike every other home version that was missing levels. I think that was the only that was the truly most accurate version of Donkey Kong at that time. Which is neat. It was just straight up the arcade version. It ran, as far as I knew, flawlessly. So
it's awesome. But my biggest complaint with that like area or whatever is the stage in Smash Bros. I do not like playing on that. It's too big. It's too wonky. There's too much going on.
That's why I kind of like it. It is, but it's not necessarily a well built stage. But it is. I find it fun for the chaos of it. But yeah, usually just end up at like one of the same sections over and over. I find We are only 2 minutes away, chat. 2 minutes away. Once it starts, let us know how we sound. Let us know how we sound right now. I assume we sound okay. No one's complained. But once it actually starts, please let us know if anything's too loud or too quiet, because we can't quite tell ourselves. But yeah, otherwise, I am really excited. We are 1 minute away now, Nick. 1 minute away from the premiere of it. And Nick, I'll let you know once it starts on my end. So
yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Man,
any last minute predictions or anything, Andre?
God, not really. We've covered it. Like Pauline. Yeah. I mean, I hope we see what Pauline does, if she's properly in it, and then of course King K. Rool. I've got no other predictions. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else there could be. I mean, I would love. Here's the prediction: Animal Buddies are back. We'll see the Animal Buddies back here, beyond just Rambi. For the first time in decades, we'll see more than just Rambi being here. So that's my prediction / hope. So.
Oh, give us like a flying one, right? That actually takes you up into the sky.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like I think that would make sense because Donkey Kong could just jump off of a bird.
You can Squawks do that. Yeah, Squawks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Squawks,
you get Squawks back in.
But I don't think Squawks has often appeared as reappear, but not in a playable role. So that'd be fun to have them back in that actual role. So. I know, Marco, they've been neglected for so long. So it's 8 a.m. It hasn't started for me yet. Has it started for you, Nick?
No, I'm still waiting. 9 a.m.
I'm waiting too.
My time.
All right, come on. Again, chat, let us know how it sounds once we get into it. Oh man, I'm now getting nervous, Nick. I'm getting nervous. Where is it?
I know, my heart's pounding. I'm like,
I know.
All right, I started. Are you good?
Oh, here it goes. Yep, I'm at the black screen now, so perfect.
Okay.
When the world
Pauline.
so
oh, dude, this has got to be right.
When the whole
Odd Rock.
is so dark and
Is it flashback?
This is sad.
heart is rock, cold as stone. I was scared alone. Then your beat showed the way to you.
This is crazy. I don't know what's happening. Well, that's King K. Rool talking. Okay, it's not. Darn.
This is gonna be like a party or something.
Pauline? Oh! There she is! Yes! Wow, right off the bat!
Golden Bananas, the discovery of the century.
That's crazy.
Made right here on Ingot Isle. This is excellent news for #1 banana fan, Donkey Kong. However, just as he's about to enjoy the notable nanas, a sudden tempest sends him deep down underground.
So
As his
good.
adventure begins, DK teams up with Odd Rock. But it's no rock at all. It's actually a talented young singer named Pauline.
So why is she a rock? What's the rock thing
Now,
about?
right?
Donkey Kong just wants bananas. And Pauline wants to find a way back home to surface. It's said that one's wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So the unlikely duo set off on a strange subterranean adventure.
The planet core, like Phantom Menace.
The story takes place in the underground world.
Oh,
But
it is
the scenery
underground.
changes
You called it,
the
Nick.
deeper you
Yep.
go.
Wow.
Some layers are so spectacular that it's hard to believe you're underground.
Yeah, it's like
DK
Splatoon.
can run,
How's underground make
Jump.
sense?
It does.
and climb through each environment. Using his incredible physical prowess, you can freely move in any direction. But that's not all. Almost anything in your path, you can smash, crash, and bash.
Crash Bash. Is it the Crash Bandicoot
You
game?
can even do this to a massive rock formation.
Party game.
You know, if you want.
Was that his face he just
As you
destroyed?
barrel through obstacles in
I
your
think
path,
so.
you'll also collect golden bananas known as Banandium gems.
Banana.
More on those later. Let's take a look at some of the things this Kong can do. Punch. Smash enemies. Walls. The ground. And most things you can get your hands on with incredible force.
It's so funny how DK.
Destruction can lead to discoveries. So set off a chain reaction and see what happens.
The arcade game was all about how high can you go. This game's all about how low can you go.
It
Dive
just goes,
punch.
keep going down.
Unleash a powerful punch directly downward. How deep you punch into the ground depends on the strength of the terrain. Roll forward. Roll at high speed and send lighter objects soaring. Combine this with punches and jumps to really mix things up. Hand slap. Make some noise to collect scattered items. Or detect hidden objects using sonar. You can even use your feet when your hands are occupied.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Makes
Tear
sense.
off. Grab a chunk of terrain and tear it off. Or tear up turnips to find items. And even tear chunks off your foes.
Okay, that's just messed up, dude. That's just messed up.
Swing.
That's part of the guy's body.
Grab a chunk and swing it to attack. Harder chunks can be used to break stone with ease. Or smash spiky thorns. Chunk jump.
Chunk jump.
Use a chunk to double jump.
Ah, nice.
This will help you reach new heights. Throw. Throw a chunk. Or aim at a target like this. Throwing a boom rock or gold can have explosive effects. If you throw chunks made of softer material, you can stick them to a surface and pile them up.
That's crazy. Whoa, it's like Tears of the Kingdom.
Surf,
It's
surf.
Tears
Yeah.
of the Kingdom.
This lets you ride
Build
on
anything.
chunks.
Funky has to be here for
Speed
this
up
alone.
and aim for smaller
Yeah.
enemies to knock them away. Make music.
Yeah, here we go.
The power of Pauline's singing will help show you the way.
Tuning forks.
It can also remove these strange seals that someone left behind.
That's very Splatoon coded, I feel like. The breaking.
You never
I
know
feel like-
what you'll discover in the underground world.
All right, we got 10 minutes left.
So carve your own path with DK's abilities.
It's Rainbow Road! It's melting or
The
pulling
many
apart.
layers of the underground world are host to a variety of inhabitants.
Oh, the zebra.
That's
Some are
amazing.
mysterious and aren't too bothered by DK's destructive tendencies. It looks like Cranky Kong
Yeah.
and his companion
Randy!
Randy are also
Yes.
venturing through the layers of the world. Then there are the giant elders who call the underground world home.
What is
They're
zebra?
said to possess
These are great.
ancient bonanza
They have like
powers.
headphones on too. I love that.
I love that design.
Is that,
By learning their bonanza powers, Pauline's singing can do something special. She can make Donkey Kong transform.
What? It's like Jungle Beat, the crazy
With
Kongs we come
incredible
across.
destructive power.
Oh my
even
God.
Hard terrain poses
Oh, this
no
is
problem.
cool.
He's gone Hulk!
Plow through the world and smash as much as possible with the powerful
It looks like you can
Kong
switch between them at the bottom of
Bonanza.
the screen.
Plus, DK can transform into a zebra.
What
He's
the
as
heck?
speedy as he is striped.
Holy
He can
crap.
even breeze over water
That's amazing.
or crumbling pathways. That's the swift Zebra Bonanza.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he can also turn into an ostrich. A flying ostrich.
This is hilarious.
Spread your wings and soar through the sky.
I love the music.
The music's so
You
good.
can use updrafts to gain more air. Then drop egg bombs from great heights to send enemies scattering. That's right, it's Ostrich Bonanza. Bonanza transformations don't last forever though. You can transform again by collecting gold to build up your banana tree.
Okay.
You're not limited to when or where you transform, and you can swap between transformations.
That's
So get
awesome.
creative and use them as
That's
you
so
adventure
cool.
to the planet core.
Okay, that's kind of crazy. It's basically whenever you want.
Yeah, whenever you want.
Wow.
Standing in our hero's way is the Void Company, the mightiest mining operation both above ground and below. Grumpy Kong works to create
Grumpy Kong?
gigantic corporate
It's like the
soldiers.
Seven Dwarves.
Poppy Kong is responsible for subterranean info gathering,
I like how she moves.
while Void Kong
Yeah.
is in charge of the whole
I love all their
company.
designs.
Yeah, these are great.
This
They look massive.
nefarious crew is responsible for the banana-stealing maelstrom on Ingot Isle, and they're heading straight down to the planet core.
Ugh.
the planet core? But no! I'm going with DK, so you just stay away!
Void
Weird to have
Code
actual voice
blocked off
acting.
all the routes
Yeah,
to the
I'm like,
lower
what?
layers, so no one could reach them. DK and his pals will come face to face with the enemies guarding these routes. So use all the power at your disposal to take on a host of powerful foes. By defeating them, giant sinkholes will open,
Okay.
clearing a path to the lower layers of the underground world.
Oh, this is kind of neat. Playable. Funky has to be here in Surf
Found throughout
Hills.
He's
the
gotta be
underground
here.
world are golden bananas.
And Diddy Kong, too.
called
Where is he? Yeah.
Banandium gems. They're not always visible though. Sometimes they're
classic
buried in the walls
Congo Jungle.
I've listened. I
ground.
hear it.
and other places. There are a whole bunch to find. You can also obtain these gems by completing challenges in the ruins
gonna
found
be the
throughout
2D
your
segments?
adventure.
The shrines.
Let's do this!
Challenges include time-limited battles, courses where you'll need clever solutions,
Yeah.
side-scrolling stages.
Nice, there are the
and
mine cards!
Yep.
Oh, Bramble Scramble, basically?
Keep your eyes peeled to find the Banandium gems.
Wow.
There are
Whoa.
plenty of ruins to discover.
I wanted this!
Give it a try.
Yes! The classic arcade game! There it is! I'm sold.
Wait,
Oh,
is that
new donk!
No way. That's definitely new donk, right?
Yeah, it has to be. Or a new donk-like place.
As
Whoa.
you collect Banandium gems, you'll gain skill points. These can be used to increase stats such as your max health or the destructive power
I was
of your
not expecting
punches.
this.
Nor I.
Power up Donkey Kong to match your
This
playstyle.
is very unlike
For
Nintendo.
example, if you
Yeah.
strengthen your sonar, you'll be able to detect treasure from further away, which could lead to new discoveries.
I don't like skill trees that much. I'm a little
Or
hesitant on this
use
aspect.
skill points to learn new skills. There are all sorts of items to find as you explore. Banandium chips are shaped like slices of banana. And they can be traded for Banandium gems at the chip exchange.
What the heck?
These gold nuggets are, unsurprisingly, called gold. You can exchange gold for useful items at the stuff shop. There are fossils too.
Good one.
You can trade these for different fashions at local style
Yeah,
shops.
baby, we get close.
Oh yeah, nice.
Just open the closet and customize
Wait,
the
can you
perfect
change
fits
Pauline?
for Donkey Kong
No
and
way.
Pauline.
Yeah, you can. Wow.
Awesome.
Or even change up your fur color.
Yeah.
Nice.
Too much for Donkey Kong.
That's awesome. Naked.
Or too little.
Naked's hilarious.
Almost every article of clothing comes with
Oh,
its
there's
own
perks in
benefits.
them?
So mix and match your look to suit the situation.
Oh, ice skating like Mario. Nintendo, it's the Odyssey team.
If you
ice
find a
skate with your
treasure
feet.
chest buried in the ground, crack it open, and you might receive a treasure map showing the location of Banandium gems or fossils. Their locations will be marked on your map. Pretty helpful for finding collectibles. You can also see which fossils and Banandium gems you've collected, making it easy to see how close
Wow,
you
a
are to
checklist. I wish
completion.
Mario Kart had that.
Yeah, right?
There's plenty more to do in the underground world when not adventuring. Need a rest? Carve out a space and enjoy a getaway where you can recover in bed. And enjoy listening to tunes with the music player.
Nice.
Odyssey, just like Odyssey.
You might even find new discs when defeating enemies.
Oh,
When it
the
comes
rap!
to moving
It's
between
the rap,
layers,
it's the DK rap.
subterranean eels have your back. These elevators will help you easily move between layers you visited at any time. And if you get lost, no need to worry.
Is that a
you
new
can
version?
always teleport within the layer you're
It sounds
currently
like a new
exploring.
version.
Teleport
Yeah.
there?
In photo mode, you can freely change the in-game camera
There it is.
angle and adjust other settings to snap pics. Get a photo like
Oh,
this.
Those are like the
Work
Mario Odyssey
that.
filters. That's new.
Unleash
Yeah.
your
Oh, that was
inner
Mario's
Shadowbug
costume. Did you see
and
that?
create your own
Was it?
It
Oh, I
looks
gotta
like
go back.
it was wearing Mario, I think.
By sharing a Joy-Con 2 controller or using a second set, you and a pal can control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately to
25
work
meters.
in local co-op play.
Oh, wow.
As Pauline, you can unleash vocal
Mouse.
blasts
Oh
Oh my
using
god, do you
Joy-Con
see
2
that?
mouse
When she
controllers.
yells, it's like the
You
words.
can also copy the material of nearby terrain to give your vocals even more texture.
It's like the Galaxy co-op mode, kind of.
By working together, even tough enemies don't stand a chance.
That seems way OP.
It seems so overpowered.
This game also supports Game Share. Even if only one player has the game, they can quickly
That's
share
cool.
it to another player so they can join on their own system. It can also be shared locally
Whoa.
to a Nintendo Switch system. Plus, you can play online between Nintendo Switch 2 systems using Game Share via Game Chat.
Seems kind of pointless if you're just looking at the same screen, right?
Yeah.
If you need a little help with all the platforming action, Assist Mode is the way to play.
I thought that was a system
It
mode.
guides you in the right direction,
Yeah, right? How much easier can it get?
halves the damage you receive, and more. Assist Mode supports you in your adventure to be the best
We did see
Kong you can
amiibos at
be.
the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Outside of the main game, there's a mode where you can carve stone using mouse controls called DK Artist.
Oh, wow.
Rotate to paint.
Mario Paint, Donkey Kong Paint.
I was getting Mario 64
Carve
menu
material.
vibes with moving his
Oh,
face.
totally.
Or add some back on.
That's just disturbing.
You can even change the lighting and add delectable banana
That's
effects.
amazing.
Give it a try and
Mario,
sculpt to your heart's
Bowser,
content.
nice.
pizza.
Pizza. That looks really good, actually. That's hilarious.
This game
There's
also
gotta be new
supports
amiibo,
amiibo
right?
accessories. A new Donkey
Oh, man,
Kong and
this looks
Pauline
good.
amiibo figure is also on the way. Scanning it unlocks Pauline's
Oh, yeah.
diva dress.
Is there
That's
Alfred
great.
from Odyssey?
By scanning the Donkey Kong series amiibo
Roll.
shown here,
Rest in peace,
gold Kong
Roll.
tiles with explosive power will appear.
Wait, Diddy Kong. Did you
Oh,
see
yeah,
that?
you're right.
Other
Good call.
amiibo released
Yeah,
up
him
to
and
this
Dixie.
point is also compatible. If you scan them, you'll get giant spheres like these.
All right, what else? Anything else left?
King K. Rool.
Look at us, DK. I love to sing more than anything. I have this dream. Oh, maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream. We're breaking through, down to the core. No stopping us, not any get 'em, DK. Inside the zone, I found the key.
Join the powerful Donkey Kong and the talented singer Pauline as they set out on an adventure to the fabled planet Core.
No way!
With Randy?
Yeah. Own special power? DK!
Wow.
Donkey Kong Bananza.
Oh my goodness.
Available July 17th only on Nintendo Switch 2.
The music is so good.
Pre-orders are available
The
now
music's so
on
good.
Nintendo eShop.
It's like
The Donkey
Xenoblade.
Kong and Pauline amiibo will also be
I'm
available
getting the
July
amiibo
17th.
now.
Wow.
that's it,
All
right?
right, man. I have to say, you know, that blew me away compared to Mario Kart World's Direct. That
Yeah.
was really freaking good. Dang, they showed a lot, and not just repeating things from before. Let me put on quiet here. Chat, what do you think? That was strong. That was extremely strong. Yeah, I eating your banana. That's how hyped you are. Nice, amazing. That was great. So that that showed extremely well. No demo, by the way. Diddy and Dixie were like just barely thrown in there. They'll have to be a short as soon as we can after this. But yeah, wow, man, I have to say that left me feeling good. That left me feeling really much more excited about this than I was before. I still have to wait to see how it fully plays, but they showed off a lot more gameplay, the powers, like powering up the Kong, the skill tree, which I don't normally love, but maybe I'll like it here. You know, Pauline, freaking epic. Like, I don't even quite understand what Oddrock's role even is, because once you get Pauline, like Oddrock.
Yeah, it seems like she's here like for a lot of the game,
Yeah.
right? Because like it doesn't seem like you have Oddrock for maybe like a level or two, and that's it.
You know, I'll almost bet you that the box art we saw is in the real box art. I'll bet you they're going to go with the Pauline box art now. They're
Yeah,
replacing
I
it.
think
They're
they will
updating it.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way to have Oddrock in the cover. You get Pauline instead, right? So, yeah. Wow, that was. I have to say that was good. It's been a long time since I've seen a Nintendo game present this well. I think this presented even better than Mario Kart World in general. Like,
I
they did such a
agree.
good job with the presentation. So.
They answered a lot of things we didn't know about. They showed outfits, which I was super excited about. I almost got the vibe between DK and Pauline as like Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope, right? Like that's what I'm kind of
Yeah,
getting.
oh, good
because,
one,
like, Wreck-It
totally.
Ralph is this giant guy, and Vanellope is just like this little like sidekick. That's what I'm getting from these two duo.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a great. Actually, that's a good analogy. And you know, he was. It's funny because he was a villain. Donkey Kong also was a villain initially. Not so in this game. And yeah, really, like it just seems like this is. I mean, it's interesting to have like a seemingly kind of like a clear prequel in a Mario's. I guess Yoshi's Island is kind of that too, but we haven't had something like that this clear in a long time, right? And getting Donkey Kong's or Pauline's kind of origins is fun. I wonder how seriously they're gonna take that. You know, like, are we gonna see like New Donk City in this game proper? I know we had those allusions to it, You think we're actually going to see that? I don't know.
I think there's a chance because Pauline keeps talking about getting to the surface. So I think once you get to the surface, then you're like, oh my god, like maybe we can like make a new city here. Or make a new
that's probably it.
That's where they end up building like New Donk City.
I hope like during the credits you're building the city or something. You know, where you're seeing it being built up. I don't know. It could be really fun. Maybe it's part of the game. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this left me feeling really good. I have to say, man. Chat. Yeah. DK didn't impress me. C. Robinson. Although no K Ruler Kremlings, Nick. Do you think are they out? Is there 0% chance of them appearing in the game now?
I think they're out.
Yeah.
I mean, we the only mention we saw of K. Rool was the Smash amiibo. That was it. They're just like,
yeah, no, you're right.
That's it.
And even Diddy and Dixie seem to barely be in it. I mean, as far as we can tell, like as just we only saw them during
them
twice.
They were in 2 parts.
Oh, they're in 2 parts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess 3. Like Diddy, we saw the amiibo, like his amiibo. We saw Diddy and Dixie working like a stand or something, like they're at like a store, and then we saw them at the Rambi chase. I think you.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Rambi, yeah.
That's a good one.
When you see the race towards the end, you see both of them on another Rambi's back.
Real quick, Valentine says, we built this city on rock and roll. That was actually, oh my god. If there was a time to license a song, this is it. Because you're literally building it out of rock. And then, I don't know, with Pauline being there's your rock and roll, right? This is perfect. Oh my god, they need that. Nintendo would never do it, but I would love if they actually licensed the song for this game. Have Pauline sing it. Could you imagine how good that would be?
I'm just picturing like just commercials for this game, and that song's played. I'm like, this would be perfect. Yeah, and so the amiibo unlocks Pauline. It says Diva dress here. It looks like her outfit from Odyssey.
Oh, totally. They mentioned that. I thought they straight up said it was.
What'd they say?
Maybe they didn't, but it was clearly to me based on that. Yeah.
So what do we think of her design? Do we like it?
Pauline in general?
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I mean, it's weird, you know, having her as a kid's a bit different. And I will say, I don't think the voice always quite matches. Like, when she's talking near the end, I'm like, she sounds like a grown woman there. Maybe it's just me, you know, it didn't quite sound
like a kid.
Yeah. But beyond that, I think it's interesting and different, you know, and I'll need to see how exactly they're, you know, like, what is the story purpose for that? You know, why is she a kid here? Did they say much about that? I don't think they did they?
They didn't mention anything. Like, again, like, this seems like a prequel, right? To, like, Donkey Kong, so...
I mean, it has to tie into New Donk City, right? Like, that's the only reason.
It has to.
She's the mayor because she helped create it, and you know, and we know that's why it's a tribute to Donkey Kong, because he was there to help make the thing. So... which is so interesting in a way, because that, like, of mirroring the DK and Mario universes, which they haven't really done in the games much, if at all. So that is kind of a fun way of tying them together, even if it, like, doesn't tie it all into the Mario movie in any way, you know. But it seems like Tokyo Team has almost like their own, like, universe they're dealing with here, you know, and it's kind of fun, kind of crazy, and I like it. So no thanks that she has balloons. Wait, what's that mean? She had balloons at some point?
Maybe was it like a callback to like the balloons in the Donkey Kong Country series? Didn't like or Donkey Kong Country Returns, if you fall off, like it pulls you back up or something?
Yeah, they were in the original series too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember seeing them in this direct.
Yeah, it may have been in a quick scene or something. So, yeah, I mean that'd be fun if they bring back other classic elements like that too, and you know recontextualize those in a way. So like, yeah, what the balloons all this time were from Pauline? That's how she's helping us out. You know, who knows? The Yoshi says, is the box art updated? I don't know that, you know, here, I can actually check right now. Let me go. Yeah, so I'm going on the, let me check the official press website, and let's see if they've updated it. I won't show this on stream right now, but I'll let you guys know if I see anything different here.
I'm on the main website right now, and they haven't changed it on there yet. It's so odd, Rock.
Okay, hold on. They have, wait. Hold on. Nope, they haven't updated the, for me on the press side, they haven't updated anything yet. So, that doesn't mean that it won't be updated, but I'm not seeing anything here. In fact, Donkey Kong Bananza is not even listed here yet, in terms of the direct, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, they haven't updated it yet. Anything on the official website?
No, they haven't changed anything. You scroll all the way down to the bottom, it's still the same box art as Odd Rock and no Pauline. I don't think she's even... Yeah, they haven't even updated the website to show her on it at all.
Yeah, Contra says reverse cover. They could go that route. Though I still think if you have Pauline, like, she has to be on the main cover,
she
right?
Has to.
Yeah. And you know, I also, like, it's fun to see Pauline, like, finally getting, like, a decent representation in the game. Like, she's not just an NPC. She actually is basically a playable character here. We're playing an essential role in the game. And she is playable through 2-player at least, so that's fun. let's see.
Andre, wait, do you see young Pauline being a playable character in Mario Kart World?
Yes, I will. I think it's possible. Yeah, actually, I would love that. Like, get rid of the babies. Like, I don't want more babies. Like, have like you know, how old do you think they're aiming for here? Like, I'd say like 9 or 10. Is that what you think her age is, or?
Yeah, she's definitely. Maybe close to teens, but still, like 9 or 10, I think is like a good age that she might be at.
Yeah, maybe early teens. I mean, it could be early teens. Yeah, like 12, 13. But yeah, that'd be fun. Actually, that'd be an amazing new character. I think. Actually, I mean, it'd be cool to have a new Pauline there. With new costumes, and Space thinks she's almost 13. Yeah, I would actually agree with that. Someone else had a good question here. When do we unlock the coconut gun? Hopefully never. I'm good with no coconut guns.
Especially with how powerful he is. Like, I mean, you could turn into a freaking zebra.
That's crazy. Like, those transformations really remind me of Jungle Beat, which was Tokyo Team's very first game, where you encounter all kinds of other weird Kongs and you battle them. I was getting that kind of vibe. You know, especially from the Elders, too. They had that similar, like, more powerful, like, bigger look. So I love that. Like, I'm loving all these new characters. The new Kongs, what are they, the Voids, or what are they from, again? The
Voidco or something.
Voidco, that's it, yeah. And one of them, I think, is actually called Void. And
yeah, that's the leader.
The leader, yeah, it's hilarious how he pushes like the other Kong away as she reacts to it. So Sneaker says DK spaceport looks like a 2D level here. Well, yeah, that's 25 meter, right? So
yes, that's what we were talking about too.
Yeah, that's funny how people may only recognize it now from Mario Kart World. And yes, DK does use a mouse feature, so I was surprised to see it. We've seen it both in 2-player aiming and also for the rock breaking game, where you can craft rock things, or the Mario Paint like mode, basically. So
wait, Andre, like, how much do you think that's going to be a thing in this game? Obviously, it's going to be a side mode, but like, what are you going to be able to do after you create something? Like, there's not going to be anywhere to post it. Are we just going to be sending it to our friends, or just taking screenshots?
I mean, I think you just share it via social media. That's probably it. Yeah, I don't think there's any gameplay purpose. I mean, it would be cool, like, if maybe random rocks in the formation you made appear in the game. Like, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
You know, randomly come across them. But beyond that, possibly, I don't see them actually doing anything with it. But I could be wrong. I mean, we do have the costume store here, after all. Maybe you can wear your rock as a costume somehow. Oh, we're at the costume part. I want to double check if that was
right now.
Yeah, I want to double check if that was a Mario costume we saw at one point. I like that Paulina's costumes now too. That's really neat.
I love that. There's one. So when Donkey Kong doesn't have like suspenders on, it just says naked.
Yeah, I know. I know that immediately. That's hilarious. Naked Kong. So I guess the tie itself doesn't count as clothing enough.
Yeah, right.
All right. There's a part's coming up. There's a part where we see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a camera mode where we see there's like a broken filter almost. And hold on, I want to double check if he's actually Mario there or not. Let me fast forward here. Where's camera mode? Where are you, camera mode? Come on, photo mode, I guess.
I love that they're bringing the jukebox back from Odyssey. That was one of my favorite things after beating the game and just playing music on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that feature.
And you got the DK rap now.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, oh man, that's great that they're bringing it back.
Oh, right, wait, those aren't. Okay, I'm paused on it right now. Like, are those Mario over? No, okay, it's not. I saw. Yeah,
it is blue. It is blue.
Yeah, but it's actually one of the others. I think it's one of the other. I think it might be the beach set or something. You can tell it's a pattern on it. It's not Mario. I thought his hat too. The reflection may look like the M emblem. The M emblem.
It doesn't help that like his fur at that time is red too.
Yeah, exactly right. So unfortunately not, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's still in there in some form or something. But yeah, this game looks so good. I'm still, well, you know, I always need to see more of how it actually plays, or play it myself. You know, I will say though, it's left me feeling a lot better after being let down by the demo that played at the Dallas event. There is more going on here. I am curious to see how often you end up using those other powers, and how exactly the skill tree factors in. But I'll be honest with you, Nick, I generally don't like skill trees. I'm not a huge fan of them in general, and especially in the platformer, it kind of feels like a weird place for them. But you know, if anyone can make it work, it'd be the Tokyo team. So
Yeah, I've kind of grown out of skill trees too myself. Like I like them in certain games, but again, in a platformer, it's kind of odd because I can't think of any other platformers that really have a heavy emphasis on skill trees. Especially with the outfits too, they have like different abilities or different levels to them too. So, and when you took a look at that skill tree, there was like what 30 or 40 different skills in there. Like it is a massive skill tree.
Yeah, do you know where it is? Let's see if I can find it again.
Let me see. Was it before the costumes or oh it was?
I found it. I found it here.
Okay,
I'm
looking
at
at
minus
it too.
753 for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
So you get skill points. Oh yeah, skill points. Like even just hearing that word, it kind of triggers me a little bit in a platformer. You know, like what are skill points doing in my Donkey Kong? So you increase your health. Sorry.
I was gonna say they all have different ones because like if you look around the little icon for whatever one, it shows like a circle and it has like a certain amount of upgrades you can get for it. Like if you look at the fist, so it looks like there's 4 different upgrades that you can do for it. If you look at like the rock throwing to the right of it, it looks like there's 1. If you look at the heart at the top left, it seems like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 there.
8. Yeah. Well, are we looking at different things? The 3 top rows have 8 icons, don't they?
Yeah. So like if you look within that specific icon, there's like I guess like there's a circle. But around the circle, it's
I see what you're saying. The border, yeah. A little bit like increasing your stamina or something. Wow, I didn't. So okay, right. So wait. So each of these, I see. So each of these is an entirely different thing, I think. Right? Punch power.
All different. Yeah, and some of them you can.
Oh yeah, we actually see them increase punch power by 1. Yeah.
Yep.
What were we gonna say? Sorry.
No. I was just saying that. Yeah, it looks like surfing is just 1 upgrade. Punching is like 2 upgrades maybe.
So,
but yeah, there's so many here.
And what that means then is half of these icons we don't even know what they do. Half of the screen, I mean, we don't see all of them either. But there's half of them we don't even know what they relate to. We can't even guess. So it makes me wonder if there's even more.
Like a fireball. Like,
yeah, right.
What does the fireball do?
Yeah, exactly. Like, did you turn into Fire Mario or Fire DK from the Mario movie? Christopher says the comparisons to Pragmata are inevitable. What's Pragmata? I've never even heard of this. Thanks for the super chat, by the way.
Oh wait, no, Pragmata, isn't that the Capcom game that they showed off again at Summer Games Fest? Like they announced it during the PS5, I believe. Like reveal like years ago.
It's a Capcom game, says Alma. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that one. So like,
I think the similarity that they're trying to make is that like in Pragmata, like you have like you're the main character and you have a little side companion, like it's a little girl that's along with you, like rides on your back. I believe. I think that's the comparison.
You know, I'm gonna Google Pragmata. Looking at images. Oh, oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, you're like, is there like a robot partner with it? It's like a giant robot.
I got what's it called? I got that like horror movie vibes where the little doll. I don't know. What's the name of it? Oh, why can't I think of it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. Smash Highlight says, I feel like it'll make DK overpowered if you're a completionist. Probably. I mean, if you fill out a skill tree, you're probably gonna be pretty powerful, I imagine. Hopefully they balance it in a way. I mean, that is part of what concerns me about skill trees, is that it can completely throw off the balance sometimes. Like, because you can't balance the game around, every possible every possible combination you'll have. So, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be playing it completely different from each other. Go ahead.
Black Mario says King K. Rool is a hidden true villain. We haven't seen, like, if there's a true... Did they hint at the true leader of the...
I assume it's just like the Void Co, because it's named after that leader, like the main monkey in the center, and it's just those 3. Like I don't think we've seen any other like villains outside of those 3.
Yeah.
But again, they've only shown 3 of the power-ups from like the lords or the gods or whatever they want to call them. So there's got to be more main villains and more of those power-ups, right? Like I don't think it's just the zebra, the ostrich, and what was the other one? Like the big monkey. Like there's definitely a lot more that we haven't seen.
Almangello says this is the same DK that punched the moon in Returns. He's already OP. That's a good point. That's a great point. Let's see here. Oh, a Madman says they said Void Kong was the leader of Void Co. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, if King K. Rool is somehow here, it will be a complete swerve, like in Star Fox Adventures, which is what we mentioned earlier. I'm not convinced he's here now. I mean, you never know for sure, but I would be really surprised at this point if he is. So. Nick, what's your gut feeling? He's not here, right? Is that your...
I don't think he's here. Yeah. Like, we haven't seen any of the Kremlins. There was a little bit of throwback stuff in here. Like, we saw a bit of Cranky Kong, Diddy Kong, Dixie, but, like, no Kremlins here. I don't think he's the secret
And also, it wouldn't even make sense, really. Like, well, I mean, I guess they could make it make sense, but, like, why would King K. Rool be working with monkeys now? I mean, I guess they're evil monkeys, so maybe they're partnered. But they'd be reptiles, right? So... Yeah, I'm not convinced. I don't think it's going to be here. Which is, I mean, on the one hand, I want King K. Rool to be, come back eventually. On the other hand, I'm also fine with them, doing their own thing. And I don't want King K. Rool just shoehorned in there for the sake of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'm hoping they're not saving it for like the Switch 3 edition of the game, like Donkey Kong Bonanza Switch 3 edition featuring like K. Rool's return or something like that. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, totally agreed. So, but yeah, I have to say, like, I'm feeling much better about this game right now. So
I am
yeah,
too.
this is like the direct at the minimum met my hopes for what it would be. In that it wasn't just a repeat of what we knew. They actually were showing a lot of new things, and they did, which is impressive for a platformer too. Because typically in platformers, like, what you see is what you get in terms of like moveset, right? And it's like, no, there's a lot more going on here. And I think we've now reached up. I think we're basically now at that point where we have seen, by and large, what you'll be doing at least. Ricky with a super chat. Thank you, Ricky. Says, Pauline being a child and Cranky Kong being in the game throws a wrench in the old Donkey Kong is actually Cranky Kong theory. Hold on. Well, I'm trying to think here. Because that was... Go ahead.
Is Cranky Kong in the original Donkey Kong at all?
Well, in the arcade game?
Yeah, the arcade game.
Well, the idea... So since Donkey Kong Country, the idea has been, because he straight up says in that game, that he is the original Donkey Kong. Like, Cranky is the original DK, meaning Donkey Kong in that game is now presumably Donkey Kong Jr.
Okay, I see where the issue is now, right? Because, like, if that's the case, then, like, Pauline should be older then, right?
The problem, I think the problem is that Cranky appears to be the same age. Donkey Kong appears to be the same age. So how's Pauline younger if these characters haven't changed in age at all, right? But I think...
And Dixie and Diddy are, like, the same age, too, right? Like, they don't look like they changed at all.
No, and also, wait, if Pauline is... Hold on, I'm piecing this together now. Right, but if Pauline's even younger here than when she's older, because she presumably was older when she was kidnapped in Donkey Kong 2. So, yeah, I mean... Here's the thing. I don't think the lore of Mario makes any sense.
No.
That's the thing. I mean, Yoshi's Island already screwed it up decades ago, right? So, here's a dress, by the way. They call it a Diva dress. Discs will be twice as likely to appear after defeating an enemy. Well, what are discs? Oh, like records?
Like
the music?
Oh, that would make sense, right? Because I don't know what they call the disc, but like it's her. It looks like it's her outfit from Odyssey, and she sings in Odyssey. So like I think that would make sense. If
it does. It's
100%
her Odyssey outfit. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways. Oh, we're coming up with the Diddy segment.
They don't even have that outfit. They don't even have the Odyssey outfit in Mario Kart World. Like that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't, right? By the way, here are Diddy and Dixie. Anyone else here?
I just see.
Oh, Rambi. But
is Rambi's back there? Oh, so maybe this is where you start the challenges, right? Like if we go a little bit forward, maybe you talk to them.
So are they just part of the challenges then?
I think that's it. Like if maybe are they after this segment? Like if you skip ahead a little bit, we might be able to see them during the Rambi segment.
We're already near the end, so I'll just wait for it to get to that point.
Okay.
Oh wait, there is a transition there, so it is. It does seem to be a separate section that's in. So. Oh yeah,
Nintendo loves.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Nintendo loves these vocals now, right?
They do.
They've been putting them in all their games.
Thank God, I loved it. It was so good in Odyssey, and it's so fun to see it back. Like, it really adds to the gameplay. Also, I said before, Mario Odyssey nearly brought me to tears. It actually did bring me to tears at a couple of points, and two of them involved music. Being the New Donk City Festival, and also the ending segment where. Oh, there we go. So Dixie and I told him this the first time. Dixie and Diddy are writing. Is that another Rambi, or are they two Rambis?
Yeah, there's two Rambis. You're racing them. Oh wait, they have barrels on the side too. Maybe
you
do get like a blast from it or something.
I guess. I don't think. Yeah, that must be. You must smack it or smack Rambi to get the boost, or smack the bongos to get a boost. So.
It says, is that Double Trouble on the side of the wall there?
Wait, does it? That would be a reference to DKC3.
I think it says.
Yeah, it's a Double Trouble. That is straight up that was the subtitle for Donkey Country 3. Or was it? Hold on.
Really?
No, wait, hold on. Donkey Country 3? No, it's not. Hold on.
Donkey Kong Country 2.
What was it? God, why am I forgetting DKC3 subtitle right now?
3 is Dixie something, right?
Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Isn't that it? DK3.
Let us know.
Hold on, I'm looking at DKC. Yeah, I was right. Yes, okay. Donkey Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. So yes, that is a reference.
So cool.
That is so. All right, there we go. So that's a. And it also makes sense that Diddy and Dixie are paired. Oh no! Wait, does that mean Kiddy Kong's going to be here? Do you think? Like, could Kiddy Kong be here?
Chance, right? There is a chance.
Yeah. So, All right, we got a couple super chats here. A big one from David. Thank you, David. They say DK's model looks a bit better than when it was initially revealed, but he still makes a couple of uncanny expressions throughout. Wonder how he's going to look from here on out. Still prefer rare DK. Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. Like, it seems like they're not afraid to change a model if it fits the game better. Even Mario. Paper Mario has a different design, Mario Luigi has a different design, and maybe, this could be just the current design for the game that they wanted it in. So whatever the next game is could end up looking different. I will say, nothing immediately triggered my uncanny sense from looking at DK. I'm already pretty used to it. But I'll have to go back and take another look through the full trailer. But I thought he looks really good, especially after Mario Kart, seeing how well he fits in with the rest of the cast. Yeah. I'm really happy with how he looks now. So, and seeing him and Pauline side by side, I think it works. So
I think it works too. Yeah, you're looking at the outfits right now. I love this.
We got another super chat. Yeah, it's so good. We got another super chat from Excel Hedge, who says, "Look at Pauline's hairband and bracelet, still covered in void tape that could be affecting her age." That's an interesting idea. I didn't think about that. Do you think it's like a time travel element, or maybe like a magical element that's making her younger beyond what she actually is?
That is possible. I think like young characters, all I'm thinking of is like Dragon Ball like GT, where they wish or Goku to be young.
Right.
So like maybe the villains put a spell on Pauline for whatever. Maybe she's too powerful of a singer when she's an adult versus as a kid.
That'd be pretty funny. I mean, we'll explain why she's so good at singing. Though I guess you child prodigies that can be, regardless. Beta Blaster says they should totally add some of these outfits as promotional costumes in Mario Kart World. Oh, 1,000%. That's what they're gonna do. I think that's why they only have 2 costumes right now. They set aside room for Bonanza costumes because we're gonna get them. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, Andre, pause here for a second. There definitely isn't a hub world. Like I think this is all we're getting, right? This little like lounge area.
Oh, and these appear in each area, right? In each sub-level,
these
probably?
appear in each area. Yeah, so we're not going to get, like, the Odyssey, which traveled from world to world. I think this is what we're going to get for our little break area to change our outfits and to relax and play music.
I think you're 1,000% right. Yeah, totally. But the hub wouldn't really make sense in the context of this game. Kind of like how Luigi's Mansion 3 didn't really... I guess, yeah, it didn't really have a hub either, and you're going floor to floor in that game. Yeah, it's so interesting how, at this point I am pretty convinced it's the Odyssey team, but there are elements of it that do remind me of next level games as well. Like the floor to floor gameplay where you're, going through a single structure, or the amount of interaction in this game where Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3 had a ton of that, But yeah, I mean, Odyssey has definitely more comparisons too, like with the costumes and music player and all that. So, do you see there's 110 songs in total, by the way. Did you see that?
Oh my god.
Quite a bit.
Wait, let's pause and see if we can see anything.
No, it's just like all course music.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly they didn't reveal. They are near the end of the list here though, which is interesting. Basically they're almost at 100 here, or up to 100, so
Nintendo does love elevators for some reason. Even in Splatoon, like side order, you're actually on an elevator between the floors.
It's true.
Luigi's Mansion and this too. You're in a giant elevator.
I know something. Hold on, this isn't too exciting, but I saw.
What? You see?
Hold on, there's like some cutout monkeys or something here. Look at this. Hold on, I'm gonna pause in a sec here. Are those? Like, look, yeah, do you see the little, like, structures next to that monkey in the middle? They look like other monkeys?
It looks like a fence or something.
Yeah, it's like a monkey fence. That's strange.
Monkey fence.
It's a monkey fence. And then the leaves have faces, too, on them, it looks like. Do you see that?
They do. Yeah, they look like orangutans or something.
Yeah, interesting. Wait, what is this?
This is
we got I think a raid. I didn't know you could raid on YouTube. One coin only sends a raid. Thank you, one coin only. Good seeing you here. Were you guys watching the direct as well? Welcome to our stream. So Mario Kart Gamer Dude says they're so happy to see Dixie and Diddy Kong again. Yeah, Dixie and Diddy again. Yes, same here. Even though it seems to be in a secondary role, still fun to see them. Or maybe a third role. Like a very much like, side mode, but it's still fun to see them here. Yeah. Any other takeaways you have, Nick, from this game that we haven't commented on yet?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this trailer just kind of blew me away. Like, I'm sold now. I can't wait to actually play it now. I'm excited to see the outfits. Like, I was hoping for that. The transformations, like what we're looking at right now, is an awesome touch.
Yeah.
Like you said, the skill tree is a little concerning because for a platform, it's like I hope they just fine-tune it like specifically for everyone, but it seems like we're gonna be playing it differently from each other. Like maybe you want to be like more like explorative, and like maybe I want to be like more powerful. So it's gonna be a little strange with that. But yeah, everything else seems awesome. Like I can't wait to play it now.
Yeah, same here. Dean says at one point the Direct said Sorry, at one point the direct said these were put here by someone. What were they referring? Was it the treasure? Is that what they were referring to? Was it the maps?
I don't. Did we see like a signage, or was there like text on the screen for that? I don't remember that.
I don't. I believe. I'm sure Dean's right. I just don't remember what the context was. I'm guessing it was probably the treasure. Let me see if I can find the treasure segment here. Do you remember where the maps were? Oh, here, I found it, I think.
You found it?
Yeah, let's see if this is it.
Mix and match your look to suit the situation. Treasure map showing the location chest buried in the ground. Crack it open, and you might
Was it
receive
on the
a
map,
treasure
or?
map.
Wait, sorry, one
Find a
second.
treasure chest.
I'm just listening to it now, sorry.
Yeah.
If you find a treasure chest buried in the ground, crack it open, and you might receive a treasure map showing the location of Banandium gems or fossils. Their locations will be marked on your map. Pretty helpful for finding collectibles.
Okay, it's not during
You
that
can
part.
also see which fossils and Banandium
All right, I don't know what point that was. Let's see if anyone in the chat
Easy to
knows.
see how close you are.
What was
Oh, the
comment
context
again?
was a void tape. Okay, that's what it was.
Okay.
There's plenty more
So, yeah, wonder what that teases. Like, why just someone? That's mysterious, isn't it?
Enjoy a getaway when
Yeah,
you can
that is
recover
kind of odd.
Dennis says ostrich DK can lay eggs. Not sure. I want to know how that works. That's not to think about how Mario logic works or DK logic
when
works.
defeating enemies.
Beta says, I think you could ask... Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought that was a comment, but... Let's see. Mario Kart Game Reduce says, so is a theory on this being a prequel or time travel involved? Because how is Pauline here as a kid? You either time travels because it wanted you to use her voice, or it's a prequel. LOL, I'm so confused. My inkling is that it's a prequel. I think that makes the most sense of anything. And I think, as for the rest, they just don't care about it making sense. Honestly, I think DK and Cranky can look the same. I mean, I think you could argue DK maybe looks a little younger here. Maybe that explains, why he's a little bit more, his personality seems a little bit different. I think it's a prequel, though. I'd be surprised if time travel's involved, but it's not impossible, so... Yeah, LB2 says, I think it's just a game, it doesn't matter, LOL. That's basically it. That's Nintendo logic in general. It's just a game, and the rest doesn't really matter, so... Okay, yeah, they say it was near the beginning of the Direct, and they mentioned it was put here by someone. Yeah, I wonder what that means. Why did it say someone? I don't know. I'll have to go back and re-listen at some point.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
No, all right. Well, I think we're about done discussing it. Nick, any final thoughts or impressions you want to leave us with?
I'm so excited. I'm sold now. Especially seeing that amiibo. Like, I didn't want to buy any more amiibos, but I might have to buy this one. It looks so cool. Yeah, again, seeing the costumes, seeing the music options, like Odyssey is one of my favorite games of all time. So to see that DNA from Odyssey being like placed here, I love it. The transformations are unbelievable. Yeah, I need to play it now. That's all I need.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this really did make me more excited again after the hype come down I had from playing it. So this trailer did what it needed to. We'll see if the full game lives up to what they show, but I definitely am excited now. They showed off a lot. And a lot more than I was fearing based on the Mario Kart World Direct. And this is how you do a Direct. This is how you do a Direct, right? A game-specific Direct. It actually felt meaningful, impactful. It didn't feel like it was a retread of what we knew. And that's impressive for a game like this. So I'm really excited to see more of it. And it's out in just under a month. Sadly, no demo though, Nick. No demo, so we'll be playing it before then. Yeah.
No demo, no special controllers, pro controllers, or anything.
Yeah, no banana Joy-Cons, Nick, I'm sorry to say. All right, well, there you go, everyone. Yeah, people are excited for Game Share, too. So, yeah, Game Share is there. I probably won't be playing it that way, but...
I don't think they showed... There's no online features, right? Like, if we were playing together and you have the game, Andre, and I have it, I don't think we can play that way. I think
no, it has to be through Game Share, it seems, yeah. So, I mean, it really just seems like their way of letting you do a Mario Galaxy or Mario Odyssey-style co-op without being in the same room together, which is still nice, but it's not, like, it's not a huge online thing, in my opinion, so... This is what does this imply about timeline for the next Mario game? That's not to think about it. I mean, my only concern in a timeline sense, it's not a real concern because it's a game, so I don't really care that much. But still kind of doesn't make sense. For it goes kind of against Mario's Brooklyn origin story, so I kind of don't like that. But I like Mario being from Brooklyn. I guess they could still have that and have New Donk City be its own thing. But it's weird that New Donk City has those, NPCs. Like, I guess here's a question: if they do build New Donk City in this game, where do the humans come from? Right? Do they just spawn into existence? Like, do you build them out of rock? Like, where do they come from? Like, that's what disturbs me. So.
Yeah, and the humans are just normal people. Like they're the people that you would see like in Sonic Adventure 1 and like Station Square. They're just like they don't look like Mario.
No, they
characters.
don't
They're just
exactly.
ordinary people.
I'd be fine if they do like a retcon and give the new Donkeyians their like a new, more Mario-like art style. Madman says, I think they mean when we get the next 3D Mario. I didn't think about that.
Oh.
You know, there is, so it's been said or rumored or, you know, suggested that there are two teams over at the Tokyo team now. One making Donkey Kong, the other making Mario. So wouldn't it be crazy if there is some kind of like next level of synergy between the two, where Mario does tie into this game, story-wise at least? Man.
That would be insane if they're thinking that far ahead. Because again, like maybe there is a new Donk City aspect into this, and that would tie into somewhat with Mario Odyssey. But yeah, whatever the next 3D Mario game is, but yeah, what if there is a connection here between these two?
Like, what if the end of this game directly sets up Mario? Like, I mean, we have young Pauline here. She could be the connection, you know, isn't that? Wouldn't that be wild? So Mario's the final boss is Lemony, or yeah, he's the one to put the void tape there.
Wait, Andre, go back for a second. I just saw in the video.
Yeah.
On the water level, there's a giant watermelon in the background.
I was just
when
there.
He's flying up.
Yeah,
that reminds me of like what's it called, Mario Sunshine.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I can see that.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. Very similar, very Mario Sunshine-like. So maybe that's it. Maybe Mario is the secret villain here or something, or connection. I don't know. That'd be hilarious. Decay is ascending, says Leon. Yeah, he's going the wrong way. He should be going up or down. I mean, so. Madman says the final boss against Mario as he chucking barrels down at him. I would love that. I would low-key love that. If they turn Donkey Kong Arcade on its head, 85 meters, or 25 meters, so, yeah.
Andre, how many levels do you think are in this game?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, wouldn't it be fun if it is a direct reference to Donkey Kong where there are 100 meters, right? Or is it simply, yeah, it's 100, but there's 4 stages, each of 25 meters, yeah. That'd be amazing. But that's the thing.
That would be insane.
There's no way there's gonna be like 100 of those full-scale environments, right? But maybe, I don't know how they count levels in this game. Maybe the challenges count as levels. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. But that'd be fun if they had a reference to that, where you go like 100, you know, something underground. Who knows? Anyways. Alright. I think we're gonna wrap it up there, everyone. I'm hyped. Nick's hyped. We'll have more videos coming out from this, at least shorts. More coming up soon, and not just Donkey Kong shorts, of which he has a variety to wear now. But thanks for watching, everyone. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure to click the subscribe button, ring that bell if you haven't already, especially if you're hyped for more Donkey Kong coverage, because I can't wait to do more with this game. Everyone, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Bye, everyone. This music was so good, by the way. The music was so good.
Yeah, the music was outstanding.
So good. All right, now we're out. Bye, everyone.